and welcome to the 2026 Daytona 500 pre-race. In the duels last night, we saw Carson Hostbar get his first win, along with Corey LaJoie, both for the Daytona Duel number 1 and 2. We'll see how they do today in the Daytona 500. Well, here we are, the Daytona International Speedway, the world center of racing, as they call it, getting ready for the Daytona 500. And let's see our starting lineup for this 2.5-mile super speedway. And here it is. First up, we have Kyle Busch in the 8, the 42 of John Hunter Nemechek, the 71 of Michael McDowell, the 21 of Josh Berry, the 5 of Kyle Larson, the 60 of Ryan Preece, the 97 of Shane Van Gisbergen, the 4 of Noah Gragson, the 11 of Denny Hamlin, the 38 of Zane Smith, the 67 of Corey Heim, the 51 of Cody Ware, the 77 of Carson Hostbar, the 9 of Chase Elliott, the 54 of Ty Gibbs, the 16 of AJ Allmendinger, Austin Dillon, Ryan Blaney, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., William Byron, Ty Dillon, Tyler Reddick, Ross Chastain, Cole Custer, Brad Keselowski, Joey Logano, Daniel Suarez, Riley Herbst, Alex Bowman, Austin Cindric, and the 17 of Chris Buescher. Then the 20 of Christopher Bell, the 34 of Todd Gilliland, the 19 of Chase Briscoe, and Duel 1 winner, Corey LaJoie. As they'll go down the pit road, getting ready to go on to this 2.5-mile super speedway. We'll see how long this race is. This will be a 15-lap total super speedway race as we'll take a tour of the track. Down the front straightaway, we go into turn 1, which will be the first corner of the track. Very, very tight compared to Talladega Super Speedway coming later this year. We zoom past the back straightaway at the Le Mans chicane for the road course of Daytona. Down into 3 out of 4. This is where the most action will happen, especially on the final lap coming to the front straightaway. 15 laps total this Daytona 500. It's a very special race. If you win here, your name will ever be etched in history today. As we get the drivers into their positions on the front straightaway, as we were looking at the 11 of Hamlin, unfortunately lost his dad just last year in December. Hopefully he can win the Daytona 500 with his mom here today. As we see the drivers get up to the restart zone, the last few coming in, and we're about to go green here at Daytona. The Daytona 500. And the green flag is out. Green, green, green. We are going green at Daytona for the Daytona 500. Let's take a look here. The 12th Ryan Blaney leading the first lap with Jimmy Johnson on the inside and Stenhouse on his outside. 97 of Shane Van Gisbergen. Surprising for the Kiwi. Looking very good on these super speedways. He's definitely shown himself that he can run well on these long drafting tracks. As we go to BJ McLeod, a part-time team, has been a on runner here at NASCAR, looking very good for him. Justin Allgaier for Junior Motorsports from the Xfinity Series. He's running the Daytona 500 right behind Jimmy Johnson. 67 Corey Heim, the 23-year-old Truck Series champion, a little bit further back in the top lane. And like in Duel 1 and Duel 2, the inside lane looks to be the preferred lane as the top lane looks much more disorganized. And Carson Hostbar, Duel 2 winner. He's looking quite well in the 3rd or 4th lane on the second car on back. Now the 4 of Noah Gragson on the inside. Ty Gibbs also on the outside of him. And Cody Ware way back there. Not looking good for him, but William Byron, the 2-time Daytona 500 winner, he's going to try to do something that's never been done before. Win the Daytona 500 3 years in a row. He won in 2024, 2025, and could he do it today in 2026? He's leading out front in the inside lane. You see Noah Gragson and Brad Keselowski, the two behind him. Corey LaJoie, your dual #1 winner by a hair yesterday. We're going to see how he does. Ty Gibbs, he's on the outside lane with Ty Dillon right in front of him. He has never won before, ever in the Cup Series. He joined in 2023, has not gotten one in before. AJ Allmendinger, a road racer specialist, he's in the second lane with the 7 of Daniel Suarez right behind him. Cole Custer in the 41 switched to Chevrolet for this year. He was at Ford last year, along with Cody Ware. They're both Chevrolets now. We're going to see how that manufacturer change does for the 60 of Ryan Preece. Oh, he does not look good. He's got no drafting help and falling back. Not looking good for this 60 RFK Ford of Ryan Preece. He continues to stay in the outside lane. Now fuel strategy comes into play. You see a large group has formed out back, most likely trying to save fuel, but the front group out here, they're going to try to burn more fuel and stay up front. We'll see how these play out later in the race. Chase Elliott now. He is up to the front, it appears. And Connor Zilic, the rookie. He was very dominant in the NASCAR Xfinity Series last season, and he's doing very well for himself. Cody Ware, the 51. Anybody could really win at these super speedway tracks, and Cody Ware is definitely showing that right now. Ty Dillon back in the second grouping for that Colleague Racing #10 Chevrolet. Connor Zilic on the outside in the first group here with William Byron on his inside. Could Connor Zilic, rookie, win the Daytona 500? That would be absolutely amazing. A great way to kick off the year for these Trackhouse racing teams. And it seems Carson Hocevar, the Duel 2 winner. He just going on to the 5th lap here and is taking the lead pack and set him about right behind him with William Byron and Daniel Suarez right behind him. Suarez, his teammate for Spire Motorsports. Carson Hocevar, he's coming very close to winning, and he won the Duel 2, so this is looking good for that at 77. Corey LaJoie, the Duel #1 winner, a little bit farther back, and Jimmy Johnson, the 7-time champion and 2-time winner of the Daytona 500. He's not looking good so far. He could come back though when fuel strategy is going to be played out. The 23 of Bubba Wallace way back there. I think something might be wrong with the 23. We'll have to continue to get up. And Josh Berry is way back there, way off the draft and the pace. The 77 of Hocevar with Allmendinger inside, but BJ McLeod, he's coming into the front pack now, trying to get any ground he can and stay up there so he could have a chance to win the Daytona 500 in his first race. It'll be his first race he's ever won in the Cup Series. And now we go back to the 51 of Cody Ware, another part-time team that stayed in NASCAR for quite a while. He's doing very well, along with the 78 of BJ McLeod, staying on the outside, and the 6 Brad Keselowski coming back from a ski trip injury. And he's going to try to win his first Daytona 500. Now we go on to 6 of Brad Keselowski with a 16 of AJ Allmendinger right in front of him. And Todd Gilliland in the 34 for Front Row Motorsports. He joined that team. He moved to the 34 car last year. So this is a good opportunity for them right here. Shane Van Gisbergen has moved back along with the 40 of Justin Allgaier. Looks like they're going to try to save some fuel this time. The 77 of Carson Hocevar going along the back straightaway with Todd Gilliland right in front of them. And William Byron right behind. But look, the real-life Daytona 500 winner, Tyler Reddick, he's inching his way up to the front as the 34 of Todd Gilliland moves back. And the 51 of Cody Ware, yeah, he's moved back as well. Looks like these cars are back where they should be, in the far back of the pack. Chase Elliott, NASCAR most popular driver right now, he's around mid-pack, while the The 24 of William Byron, way out front. You can't see him right there, but he is out front. William Byron, the two-time Daytona 500 champion, is going to try to get out in front and stay there as long as possible so he could win for the third year straight in a row. He's got a very good lead right now over the 35 of Riley Herbst and the 77 of Carson Hosbar. As we take a look back there with the 35 of Herbst, that Toyota Monster Energy Zero Sugar 2311 race car. He's going on the outside. Riley Herbst has taken the lead from William Byron, but the rest of the pack has caught up, and this will be in William Byron's favor as they all choose the inside lane. Riley Herbst comes down to block the 7 of Daniel Suarez, and as they come down to the front straightaway, the new leader will be for this lap the 24 of William Byron and the 48 of Alex Bowman. Alex Bowman looking very good in lap 9 out of 15 so far, right by his teammate of William Byron. Could he steal the Daytona 500? We'll have to wait and see. And Shane Van Gisbergen also, he's come back. He was way in the back of the pack as we saw earlier, and now he's up in the front with Kyle Larson as well. Daniel Suarez out in the back. In the front pack, just on the outside lane. Shane Van Gisbergen, the road racer, also there. Jimmy Johnson, Justin Allgaier is there. They've all come back, folks. And Austin Dillon, don't count out that number 3. He has won twice at Richmond, and he's won the Daytona 500 once back in 2018. Could this be the year where Austin Dillon would get his second Daytona 500 trophy? We'll have to wait and see. It's lap 10 out of 15. Justin Allgaier on the outside with Daniel Suarez. It seems like he's going to have to slow down with some other guys blocking right in front of him. Tyler Reddick, the real-life Daytona 500 winner with Kyle Larson on his outside. Could he win today and match his real-life counterpart? The 35 of Riley Herbst also right in front of him. Cody Ware has fallen back with William Byron as well. All these front drivers are down. I think they're trying to save fuel. I think that's what's going on. So they're letting the fuel-saving drivers take the lead because they know they have to save that fuel to get to the end of the race. The 77 of Carson Hosbar with the 7-time champion of Jimmy Johnson right in front of him. 2 generations of drivers. Incredible to see that both in the same race right there. Daniel Suarez, the 2016 NASCAR Xfinity Series champion, on the outside with no help, unfortunately, for the 7 Freeway Insurance Chevrolet. The 67 of Corey Heim trying to get up to the 7 of Daniel Suarez, but the 40 of Justin Allgaier and the 77 of Carson Hocevar, folks. Carson Hocevar, remember the Dual 2 winner? He's wanted to get a real Cup Series win now, as he has won in the Dual 2. This would be great for the 77 team and show that they have the skill and the talent to get up to the front and win the race. Noah Gragson on the outside with the 43 of Eric Jones. Ty Gibbs is also there on the outside. A pack of Toyotas, the 67, the 54, and the 43. Looks like a Toyota forming group on the outside, while on the inside it's a mixed bag of all the manufacturers. It's lap 12 of 15, and Ryan Blaney has taken the lead. But with Austin Cindric, the 2022 Daytona 500 champion, with the 2023 Daytona 500 champion of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in that 47 Chevrolet. Daniel Suarez is now up front with the 47, and Noah Gragson out back with Daniel Suarez. They have to save that fuel, you know, to make it to the end of this race. The 47 of Jimmy Johnson, the 84 of Jimmy Johnson with Shane Van Gisbergen back there. The 2 of Austin Cindric on the outside has no help. He needs to get back in line as soon as possible to regain the draft and stay up front. Ty Gibbs falls back. Looks like he's going to try to save a little bit of fuel while still being up front. You see Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson has never won on a super speedway before. Kyle Busch wanting to win the Daytona 500. Your Clash winner. Kyle Busch won the Alaska Airlines Clash earlier this week. Could he win the Daytona 500 today? 77 of Carson Hocevar. He's fallen back with the 43 of Eric Jones. we're going to have to see how that works out. The 8 of Kyle Busch now on the outside, but falls in line. Smart move by the two-time NASCAR Cup Series champion. Kyle Larson leading up front with Ryan Blaney, Austin Cindric, and Kyle Busch. That top 5 right there. 35 of Riley Herbst on the outside, but the 45 of Tyler Reddick, your Daytona 500 winner of this year in real life. He is also up front in the NASCAR Outback Steakhouse Cup Series. Looking very good for this 5 of Kyle Larson. If this would be the day where Kyle Larson wins, that is the best it could be with the Daytona 500. The most amount of money and prestige this race holds. Alex Bowman, his teammate, also up front now. Tyler Reddick moves on to the outside with his Toyota teammate of Ty Gibbs, but gets several blocks from everybody there. Everybody's just trying to win. It's lap 14 out of 15, folks, coming to the final lap. 99 LaJoy, your dual number 1 winner. For part-time team of RFK Racing, this would be great for that 99 team to show that Corey LaJoy still has some racing craft in him. Noah Gragson, who has never won before. Anyone could win on these drafting tracks, but it's the final lap now. The RFK duo of Brad Keselowski in the 6 and the Corey LaJoy in the 99 are fun. The 6 of Brad Keselowski leading the 5 of Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson's teammate of the 48 of Alex Bowman. Here comes the 47 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. on the outside. He's going to try to win the Daytona 500. The 54 of Ty Gibbs, he's on the outside, but he's got Stenhouse to back him up. Could this work? Riley Herbst and Noah Gragson, 2 drivers that have never won before on the Daytona 500 or any race in the NASCAR Cup Series. Coming into turn 3 and going to be coming out of turn 4, the 35 of Riley Herbst. And here comes Ty Gibbs. Ty Gibbs on the outside. And Corey LaJoy on the 99. Who's it going to be at the line? It's the 54, Ty Gibbs. Ty Gibbs is the Daytona 500 champion of 2026. What a race that was for the 54 of Ty Gibbs. Ty Gibbs never holded back in this race, folks. He always tried to win and do his best for his team, and today that was the day he wins the Daytona 500. And for Corey LaJoy as well, the dual number 1 winner, he only could have hoped for one better in this race, but still a very solid effort. And back to the 54 of Ty Gibbs. His first race he wins is the Daytona 500. Joe Gibbs has to be very happy for his grandson right now. He must be so proud of all the work and effort and dedication his grandson has put in, and it finally pays off in the biggest race of the year. As the confetti flies for the 54 Monster Energy Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing. We'll see you back at the booth with Ty Gibbs, your Daytona 500 champion. Just an incredible race. Now here we are back at the booth for the Daytona 500 post race. That was an incredible Daytona 500 with Ty Gibbs being your victor. It was so close for Corey LaJoy as well, but Ty Gibbs searching for his first win, and he found it tonight in the form of the Daytona 500. What more could you wish for this 54 Joe Gibbs Racing team? We'll see you next week at Atlanta.